Hey Todd, I started working on some of the other songs on the player on the FB page, and I started coming up with the same answers that I came up with the first time, which was odd until I figured out that it was because the notes were the same. So when I look now at the Last Dance, Sleeping Daydream, Prophet's Prey, and Postcards from the Moon, when you kind of look at those songs, you have these notes. Okay? And you're singing all these really strong and really solid places, like Sleeping Daydream, okay, or Prophet's Prey. There's the other one with the melody, and that's really solid. Okay, so when you have these notes now, there's some things we can predict some places where these are going to sound really good. Okay, so when you have here, this is where we've been in a lot of the songs. For these notes, but we can put these notes over some other bass notes, roots, and we can get some other sounds. So, for example, a very soulful sound for you might be here. Especially if this is a G chord, especially if there's a C on it. That's kind of will be a hard rock, a good hard rock zone for you. C chord. Okay. Now, somewhere where you'll be really funky and kind of on top and in charge of everything would be the key of D. So if you have any kind of D dominant chord, a D7, a D9, a D11, all of these, any of these, because when you have a chord that's a dominant chord like that, it'll tend to lead with heavy bass lines, and so the guys will come up with whatever they want to come up with, but I don't want to play anything and tag it. But this sound right here, any of these, in a funky rhythm with you doing something, the vocal will be very... You'll have that nice in-between talking and singing spot where it'll be really comfortable, and then when it'll probably kick out on a G or an A, and you'll be in charge of that too. Okay? Because you have this, okay, you most likely have a really strong octave of G minor, which would be like... Wait a minute, think about this. So you've been doing a lot of things in A minor. If you wanted to write what you might think of as this sort of tonality of this demo, where you got the okay, you would tend to be really on top and in charge of melodic of G minor because you have a high G note in your register very well. So. And you have the F sharp in case they want to be in a harmonic or melodic minor where they're going. You have that note already. So if they write anything in G minor, that might be a good place for you too. So we got G major, G minor, D for real kind of power funky things, and then C when you want to be really on top and rock and roll push vocal kind of thing. And I think for a soul kind of place for you is G, maybe with a C on top of it somehow. Like that. Yeah. So those places. From those notes, I think they would sound good. That's what I got. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.